Again, we are hearing IDF security intelligence officials who are saying that Israel can pull IDF forces out of the Philadelphia corridor along the Egyptian-Gaza border and instead rely on sensors and the Egyptians, that the IDF will know how to deal with it. This is all based on the recent headline news, Egypt-Israel talks, new proposal to allow IDF to withdraw from Philadelphia corridor. Interestingly, Prime Minister Netanyahu is calling these talks fake news, that Israel is not at all entertaining the option of pulling troops from the Gaza-Egypt border, that we will remain there in every situation and every deal, if any is made. Hence, we see a massive campaign of former IDF security intelligence officials, all security experts, day in and day out on media stations in Israel and even internationally, saying that Israel can and must pull out our troops from the Philadelphia corridor in order to make this ceasefire deal, all blatantly going against the direct words of the Prime Minister, who said, and I'm quoting the Prime Minister's office, quote, "The report that Israel is discussing the option of withdrawing from the Philadelphia corridor is absolute fake news. The Prime Minister is insistent that Israel remain in the Philadelphia corridor. This is what he instructed the negotiating teams, clarified to the U.S. representatives this week, and updated the cabinet last night," or whenever that news report went out. Here is one former IDF general who is being interviewed day in and day out in Israel, promoting the ceasefire, saying that there is no reason to have IDF troops remain on the Gaza-Egyptian border.
אם אתה שואל אותי אם יש משהו שעלול למנוע, זה אך ורק ההכנסה של המכשלות האלה של פילדלפי וציר קרני נצרים, שאגב לגבי שניהם, אני אומר את זה מהיכרות והבנה עמוקה, כולל של רצועת עזה שהייתי שם מפקד, אין סיבה ביטחונית להכנסה של שני האירועים האלה, ולא ברור אם ראש הממשלה מכניס את זה על מנת להכשיל את העסקה, או כדי להוציא את זה ולבצע את העסקה.
And that man is a former IDF general who served in Gaza. It is hard to believe how disconnected he and so many other security experts are from reality and willing to endanger Israeli citizens. That is what I spoke about in a previous video, why all these Israeli security experts are pushing for a ceasefire deal. Today, I want to go deeper, focusing on the positive process taking place in Israel, despite this, or because of it. Thankfully, many Israeli Jews have woken up to realize that these current and former security experts are untrustworthy, as Egypt is untrustworthy. Everyone knows that Egypt allowed for all the Hamas tunnels to be built for years and used to smuggle in weapons and rockets into Gaza. Not only that, Dr. Mordechai Kedar mentioned in an interview with me right here that the son of Egypt's leader is personally responsible for all the smuggling of weapons and rockets into Gaza, making a lot of money for himself doing so. Not only is it forbidden for Israel to rely on Egypt as a trustworthy ally, it is time that Israel's security establishment starts treating Egypt as an untrustworthy enemy. An enemy that used Hamas as a proxy to kill Jews and destroy Israel, all while they play themselves up as an ally. Thankfully, Jews in Israel are waking up, no longer ignoring reality or their common sense, and no longer blindly trusting the former IDF chief of staffs, intelligence commanders, and security experts who always supported the disastrous Oslo Accords, the Gaza expulsion, the Shalit deal that released over 1,000 Hamas terrorists, and the South Lebanon pullout, always with the same claim that the IDF will know how to deal with the fallout. Well, the massacre of October 7th and the IDF's inability to protect northern Israel has proven to all that they are untrustworthy, and we can never take risks with our lives of giving away our land or freeing genocidal terrorists. Yes, our brave holy IDF soldiers can and will defeat our enemies on all fronts, not because of the senior command and former security intelligence commanders who are being interviewed day and night in the media, demoralizing the nation that we must end this war and come to a ceasefire, but we will win this war despite all of them. Never before have I felt more confident in our ability to defeat our external enemies and overcome our internal challenges. It's a wake-up process with more Jews in Israel and abroad realizing that we have a dangerous, deep state that has been running the country, overpowering policies and appointments of right-wing governments. The wake-up process has begun to end this undemocratic, unhealthy, and dangerous situation in Israel. And yesterday I spoke about how Netanyahu has been up against this dangerous deep state, which you see includes senior command of the IDF security intelligence establishment, justice system, Supreme Court, universities, media. That's what we have been up against all these years. So everyone who says, oh, but Netanyahu has been in charge all these years and look what's happened underneath him. Everything has happened because he's fighting against a deep state that is ensuring all those bad things happen all the time and stopping sane, Zionist, Jewish policy for the Jewish state of Israel that would protect us is never allowed. But he hasn't been able to change it. Well, now this wake-up process will hopefully allow the public support to finally have the political will to make those changes. For example, and I've talked about this in other episodes, Israel's state prosecutor has always siding with the enemies, wanting to prosecute IDF soldiers or non-soldiers, but who fought on October 7th to kill Hamas Islamo-Nazi terrorists, but yet caring more about the jail conditions of these Hamas terrorists, and we have yet to prosecute any of them. That's just one of many examples of how the justice system is using Israel's justice system, to assist our enemies and make life harder for us Jews. That's just one of many examples. Well, Netanyahu can easily fire the state prosecutor's attorney, but he is afraid to, and the government is afraid to, because they're afraid that the political left will take to the streets and try to destroy the country, thinking that, oh my God, by them getting rid of the state prosecutor's attorney, they're going to destroy democracy. No, she is destroying democracy. She and the justice system, many of them, not all of them, of the professional bureaucrats, are there stopping Israel from being able to protect ourselves. This is just an example of the situation we're dealing with, of this reality. But hopefully the seeds are being planted today with this wake-up process of more people waking up and realizing, oh my God, this deep state has been running our country, the security, the justice, the media, and we have to put an end to it in order to have a proud Jewish state of Israel that is able to stand up for itself and protect all Israelis, because we have Jewish Israeli citizens, we have non-Jewish Israeli citizens, and the only way to protect all of us is for those changes to happen, and those changes will only happen if there is enough public support that is being generated because of this wake-up process and the exposure of that deep state. I hope this helps give people a better understanding of what's going on. And again, this isn't just a deep state in Israel. There is a deep state in America. I imagine there are deep states in other countries as well. And it's up to all of us in all of our countries to expose the career bureaucrats who overpower and try to push forward their own globalist, non-patriotic, anti-patriotic policies despite who we vote for. So it is up to all of us, and I'm using my platform and explaining to you about the situation in Israel to help open up your eyes to a situation taking place, most probably in your countries as well, and definitely in America. So everyone, hold on to your faith, be part of the wake-up process, spread the truth, spread these videos, and we're going to have a better future. So everyone, Am Yisrael Chai. And if you are not yet a subscriber to the Pulse of Israel, go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe. And if you enjoy these programs, want to help us get them to be seen by more people, every once in a while, please go click on the donate button at pulseofisrael.com. Signing off for another Pulse of Israel episode here in our eternal and ancestral homeland, the biblical land of Israel, the modern Jewish state of Israel, from our eternal, biblical, ancestral, and indivisible capital, Jerusalem, since King David's time. Shalom, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.